Welcome to the October 21st edition of Kimspiracy. And this week I'm going to start out a little bit different. I've always started Kimspiracy as if, my friends who grew up with me on radio when I was on a morning show here in Alabama, I just assume everybody kind of gets Kimspiracy. But due to the call of family, I retired from radio in October of 2018. I happened to have a she shed before Cheryl got hers. And my husband was like, hey, why not do your Kimspiracy and your broadcast from your she shed? I said, I'm in. And early on, we both decided that, I wasn't going to try to monetize any of this. I don't care about clicks. I don't want to give YouTube the power to demonetize me or censor me or any of the other ways that they do. I don't want to, I'm just doing it for the love. So when you've got nothing to lose, you've got nothing to lose, and you can say things. You might wake up one morning and hear that the manufacturer of a feminine hygiene product has decided to remove the word women from it because transgender women can have menstrual cycles too. And it was at that moment that I just said, I'm done. I'm no longer playing along silently with this gender nonsense. I don't care about your pronouns. I will not assume the responsibility for your pronouns. In my world, in the non-clown world, we are all divided biologically by male and female, and that is a theme that repeats itself throughout nature. Even trees, which are asexual, must produce a male flower and a female flower in order to reproduce. If you have issue with that, take it up with nature. Take it up with God. And all throughout history, science has told us that science is based on knowledge that deals in facts, and that scientific theories can't be accepted as fact until it's been verified by the studies of other researchers. That's the old science, okay? That's before the pole shift or whatever happened that made everybody lose their minds and go along and pretend for more than 5 minutes that there are more than two genders. But we'll get into that. So that was in 1989. I looked up my 1989 World Book Encyclopedia. I looked up the definition of gender. It said living things classified as male or female. That's how I learned it. Science, defined as the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. So we know up until this point that things begat other things because of a male and a female. Just two. So now enter 2019, and this is the definition of gender. This is how it's changed since 1989. It is defined as either of the two sexes, male and female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. The term is also used more broadly to denote a range of identities that do not correspond to established ideas of male and female. No, I'm not going to let you get away with it. No, that's not what gender means. It means male and it means female, what you were born with, right? Science has told us that humans are born with 46 chromosomes and 23 pairs. If you're a girl, you've got 2 X's. If you're a boy, you've got XY. So that's what the science says. So if the argument that, well, now we know that there's more than 2 genders because of the advancements made in science, then we have to question everything. Every single thing that science has ever said is worthless if we are to believe that gender is a social construct. Sex and gender are different words that mean the exact same thing. The idea that gender is a social construct and somehow private and divorced from biology is utter nonsense. Science, as defined in 1989, has proven the fact that there are only two genders, male and female. Those that argue humans who are neither or both sexes are tiny and statistically insignificant. They are statistical outliers, and they are not indicators of the existence of genders outside of the male-female dichotomy. And I can't. I just can't. It's another class of victimhood. Everybody's a victim. Everybody's got something wrong with them. Everybody's a protected class. Everybody's special, and everybody's different. And wah, 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 orange man bad. I mean, there's so many things that are worthy conversations, like abortions. Those trouble me. But you struggling with the various gender options that Facebook offers you bothers me none. Your struggle is not mine. I hope you get help for it. I don't deny that there isn't a struggle, a mental struggle, a spiritual struggle that people wrestle with. I do not deny that. But that is a battle that can only be won by the individual. If you come up to me presented as a boy or a male, I will address you as sir. If you are a male, but you come to me presented as a female and you've done a really good job and I can't tell the difference, I might address you as ma'am. I don't know. I don't care. But I am not going to be an enabler of utter nonsense. And regardless of how bad it hurts people's feelings, it has to be said. There are no genders outside of male and female. Just because I guess I had nothing else to do and I felt like justifying the death of a tree to make this paper, I printed out a list of genders and sexualities and their definitions. 7 pages long. 7 pages long. I was born a woman. I do not struggle with my identity. And I'm not going to carry the burden for those who do. I just won't. I'm not going to make any effort whatsoever to determine if you identify as pansexual, very oriented, heteronormative, cisgender, gender fluid, or any of the other made-up words to make you feel good about whatever emptiness and confusion you suffer from. You need help. You need spiritual help. You need counseling. It's not personal. It's just the truth. The world is built on the male-female dichotomy. Nature makes sense. Patterns exist for a reason. We have entered the age of pseudoscience that is no longer based on facts but feelings. It devastated me when that dude Adam from Mythbusters acknowledged the existence of 100 genders. The sudden explosion of gender confusion didn't exist a decade ago. And those who claim that it exists now due to developments made in science, then, well, science is dead. Everything's up for grabs. What is socially constructed is this confusion. That is a social construct. It's a weapon that is being used to mock God's natural law, to create a fearful society policed by language, and the ultimate goal is to dehumanize and break down the individual. Why? To replace it with something else. We see men acting like women. We see women assuming the traditionally male roles. We see it in commercials where men are belittled and women come in and save the day. Well, I thank God for my husband, my provider, my protector, and it is my honor to order him dinner. And I am proud of the fact that my body was able to create life and give birth to another human being. And it offends me that all it takes is the feeling to equate your struggle with what it's like to really be a woman.
Kimspiracy.